Baby Keem and Kendrick put out a visual. Where do we want to go with this, man? This kind of had the Kendrick versus Drake timeline in a fucking frenzy. Everyone say, "Oh, when Drake does dance, y'all hate it, but when Kendrick does it, he's a genius." It was that type of time on Twitter.
This is why I keep trying to tell y'all, people will fuel shit and give life to shit that artists, I think, don't even think about. Like, I still don't think that there's a Kendrick and Drake beef.
There is.
Not a beef,
bro.
Personally, but Kendrick has been shooting at Drake for some time, and Drake has replied subliminally. And one would say that Kendrick was on the Beyonce remix, took a shot at Drake, and people are saying Keem took shots at Drake on this one over the sound that he just recently did. So
same flow, same cadence.
I get it. I definitely get it. How do we feel about this song though?
It's all right.
It's cute.
It's cute.
I'm actually with Julian 100% as that would be the take I took from it. It's cute. It's
all right.
It's cool. It's all right.
Yeah,
Cool visual, cool song. I don't know if I'm
love
gonna
Kendrick, but
I put Kendrick at a higher plats than this, to be honest.
I think this was just them doing something, having fun.
Yeah.
Real
Well,
quick.
I think the visuals match how much effort they put into this song. It's just compiled footage of them chilling. It's fun editing, but this is a Lucy. They're not doing anything with this record.
I do think I think this is starting to hinder, if that's the right word, Keem. I like Baby Keem. His last project, I said I could see that there's a potential here. It's probably not a album I'm going to run back to, but I do see the potential and why they believe in this kid so much. He's definitely talented. Even when we saw him live, great. Anytime he's pushed really to the masses, though, it's with visuals with Kendrick. Like, at some point, you're going to have to separate the two, like, and not force Keem on us.
Yeah.
And let Keem organically grow and get a fan base rather than this, which is great because they're family. It's silly. It's fun. I'm sure Kendrick would only do something like this with his cousin. And it just so happens his cousin is very talented. But at what point are they going to stop doing this with Keem?
I think that they have plans. Obviously, Keem has a album that they're going to put out on Kendrick's own label and things like that. But I mean, I think just shit like this is, you know, they move at their own pace. They do what they want. They travel in the world. They doing shows. They having fun. They obviously in the studio recording, doing their own thing. I just think that they're just moving by their own pace and doing what the fuck they want to do. Obviously, we'll get Keem by himself at some point, but I don't think that there's a rush for that.
I guess. I just feel like the package that they started with, was it Family Ties? Was the first visual we got from them? I thought that was fire, and what a great way to introduce Keem to the world. I mean, same strategy that Hove would do with his artists. Like, it made a lot of sense. Just every time we see Keem now, it's just in regards to Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I don't know how long that strategy is going to work or hurt him in the long run.
I don't think it hurts him as long as when we do get Keem, it's fire.
It's just,
Like, I think that's what, you know, that supersedes all of that. Like, as long as when we get Keem, the music is fire. I'm pretty sure the visuals will be dope. It's hard to kind of put out bullshit visuals at this point, I think.
You'd be surprised.
That's actually pretty easy. But
I think you would have to try to put out some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is just because now it's like, what's a bullshit visual?
There's bullshit visuals.
Like, but what? Give me an example.
I mean, off the top of my head, I'd have to scroll through YouTube, but artists put out bullshit visuals often. I don't think this is one. I think this looks like two cousins having fun.
Yeah, but this is like, you know, this is a layup. Let's film footage of us, you know, on the road, on private jets, hotels, restaurants, having fun in the mall.
And also, not that Tyler needs looks, and not that Camp Flognog ever needs like crazy promo.
That's a great promo.
What a fucking easy layup for Tyler.
Great rollout.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I get to do a Kendrick Lamar video to roll out my festival at the spot that we're doing
Sitting in the middle of the stadium.
All I have to do is show a pin.
Hard.
It's dope.
That's incredible.
That's what I'm saying. I like the fact that, you know, dudes like, but they worked to get to this. Kendrick worked to get to this position in his career. Obviously, Tyler did the same. I just love the fact that they're both, you know, just doing their own shit, move on their own rules. They don't really, you know, get entrenched in the industry shit that they need to do this, they need to do that, you need to go on this type of press run. I just love to see dudes doing their own shit, moving at their own pace. But you obviously have to work to get to that point.
Okay, but to be messy, do we think this bothered Drake?
No.
No.
He'll probably respond.
By bothered, I don't mean. I really don't think Drake is in Turks betting $6 billion on the Heat and is really upset. I'm not saying he's upset at all,
right?
Or bothered for that matter. But does he look at it funny? Does he look at that shit and be like, really? Now you're gonna do the dance shit? My same flow.
I think
take some
Drake,
shots at me 2 weeks in a row. Like,
no, I think that Drake looks at it like to me that's hip hop. Throwing little shots. Throwing little shots.
Well, he throws them too, but
that's what I'm saying. To me, that doesn't mean it's beef though. Like when people say they got beef, I don't think they have beef. I think they both know that, yo, we're fighting for the top, spot. Like,
but you don't think they have rap beef though? Of course they don't have beef.
I don't even know if it's. I think it's more of a competitive thing. Like, oh, that's what you doing? I bet.
So you don't think when Drake went on Cedar Block and said, "If I stayed conscious, I would have all of your fans," he wasn't talking about Kendrick Lamar?
I'm not saying he
was in Compton and said, "If I stayed conscious, I'd have all your fans."
I'm not saying these gentlemen are not talking about each other.
Yeah,
I'm saying that I don't think that it's a quote unquote beef. I don't think that it's like tension. I think this is more of a competitive, fun. I know I'm dope and ill. They both respect each other, obviously, because you only respond to the people that you in that space that you're going to get in the booth and actually write. You respect them.
Yeah.
So I think that they both respect each other, but I don't think it's a beef the way the timeline on social media tried to make it like a beef thing. I don't think it's a beef. I think that these are two gentlemen that just know like, yo, I'm dope and I know you dope, and nigga, you keep throwing shots, I'm throwing shots back, and we just gonna have to, get who's gonna out slick each other.
I just think this proves that maybe Kendrick isn't that healed.
Wow.
But I think like
Mr. Morale may not have been what we thought.
People are looking
this
at
looks
it.
Petty.
People are looking at the beat and the flow. Like, look at Drake's the trendsetter. He set the trend. I think that's the wrong angle to look at it. I think Kendrick did it to just troll.
Yeah, it's this trolling. It's having fun. It's obviously sending a shot.
That was the intentional part. He wasn't
it's
doing
very
it
intentional.
To try something new. He was doing it to make
and that's
fun
what
of
I'm
Drake.
saying. That's why I think that they're just having fun and just like throwing shots back and forth. Like, all right, you go. You know,
hip hop's great when they're taking subtle shots at each other. So
this is necessary. That's what I said. This is what hip hop is supposed to be. Two of the biggest, throwing little sublimes at each other, but it not getting into a point where it's like a beef though. Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, I heard that little slick shit you said. All right,
okay, but at what point does this manifest itself? Because we even watched like. You brought up Hove and Nas. Like, we remember when Hove on Volume 2 was saying X your name out.
Yeah,
like,
but that was different.
But that was sure. But there was a lot of shots back and forth between Nas and Jay when they weren't beefing, but people were taking subliminal shots as rappers do. Mm-hmm. Does this ever manifest itself? I think we passed the time because both of those gentlemen have gotten older, and I don't know if them doing a rap beef is really going to look the best from either of them. I would love it, and I think it'd be a great battle, but
Drake and Kendrick?
I just think it's going to stay at subliminals. Like the Jay and Nas subliminals eventually manifested themselves to I left condoms on your baby seat. Yeah. I just don't think that's going to get here.
This is thank God this won't go there. But yeah, I think that the way we get, I think that these two will give us a record together. And I think that I think that they'll go at each other on the record. Like I could see that. I could see it going that way. I can see it ending in a way we didn't expect. It's not going to be like no beef. It's not going to be like they're going to see each other and crews are going to get the pushing and shoving match backstage. I don't think it's going to be that. I think that they're going to give us a record out of nowhere and they're going to address all the shit. Like, I
don't think Chubbs is going to push Dave.
Yeah, no, it's not going to get to that. I think that these two are going to just secretly just give us a song together.
To free Larry Hoover.
I can't see it.
No.
I can only see another artist that they both highly respect putting them as features on a song together. I can't see the two of them. Even if they tried it, I think it would come down to like quote unquote creative differences once they realized what song each of them were going to pick and like who has the upper hand where I got to pick the beat. I had the shit waiting or I sent it to you. I redid my verse after you sent yours back. Like there's too much competition between those two in a healthy way that I don't see them doing music again together. I just can't see it. At this point in their careers, I
think it happens.
I hope so. I would love it. But
I think it happens. Why not?
Is Poetic Justice their last collaboration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
And only. Is there another one?
No, because Drake gave Kendrick that record off Take Care.
Oh, when the other side of Marvin's Room? That wasn't a collab. It was. It was Kendrick rapping on a whole different beat on the other side of Marvin.
I know, but I'm saying it count. And he disses Drake on that beat.
No, he doesn't diss him.
He disses Drake.
He's annoyed by their conversation. If I remember correctly. I think that Drake has been gearing up for this beef for quite some time with like Canadian compliments. Mm-hmm. Like even when on was it 4 p.m. Calabasas, like then I took Kendrick and Rocky on a tour. Like he sons Kendrick anytime he gives him a compliment. So to like the regular fan, it looks like he's giving Kendrick Lamar a compliment. But if you really look at it, he's little broing him on a lot of that stuff.
I don't look at shit like that.
That is little bro. Because he said,
I don't look at shit like that because at the time, that's exactly what it was.
He said they said the line was like, they said couldn't draw a crowd, then I drew for Kendrick and Rocky. Like he's like, I drew their audience. I did that.
No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying that
R&B act.
He reached out like he wanted to take them out. Like he would rather go out on the road with those guys.
The right decisions when the world's watching. I get the bar, but because I understand Drake's pettiness, I see the bars through that where it's kind of a shot.
Now, see, that's what fans do. We do that a lot.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, but we do that a lot. We take shit and we just make it our own. Like, nah, he's throwing a shot. I don't think that that's a shot.
NewRoryNMal.